Thank you for watching Inspire Math videos. Today we're going to study what the product of LCM, least common multiple, and the GCF, greatest common factor, is. Let's find the GCF and the LCM of 30 and 105. We need to prime factor 30 and 105. We can do this by short division. If you're not sure about prime factoring by short division, please refer to the video whole number 8 or 9. 30 can be changed to 2 times 3 times 5. 105 can be changed to 3 times 5 times 7. Now let's find the GCF and the LCM. For prime number 2, 105 does not have 2, so 2 is not a common factor, but 2 is a common multiple. For prime number 3, both 30 and 105 have 3, so 3 is both a common factor and a common multiple. For prime number 5, both 30 and 105 have 5, so 5 is both a common factor and a common multiple. For prime number 7, 30 does not have 7, but 105 does, so 7 is not a common factor, but 7 is a common multiple. Therefore, the GCF is 3 times 5, which is 15, and the LCM is 2 times 3 times 5 times 7, which is 210. Now let's see the product of the GCF and the LCM. There is 1 2, so we have 2. There are 2 3s, so we have 3 squared. There are 2 5s, so we have 5 squared. There is 1 7, so we have 7. The product is 2 times 3 squared times 5 squared times 7. This can be expressed as 2 times 3 times 5 times 3 times 5 times 7. Because 2 moves to here, and 3 can be separated, and 5 as well, and 7 moves to here. If you look at 2 times 3 times 5, it is 30. If you look at 3 times 5 times 7, it is 105. 30 times 105 is 3,150. GCF 15 times LCM 210 is 3,150 as well. Therefore, the product of the GCF and LCM of two numbers is exactly the same as the product of the two numbers. Let's find the product of GCF and LCM of 90 and 54. We need to prime factor 90 and 54. We will skip the process of prime factoring, but 90 will be 2 times 3 squared times 5, and 54 will be 2 times 3 cubed. Now let's find the GCF and LCM. For prime number 2, both 90 and 54 have 2, so 2 is both a common factor and a common multiple. For prime number 3, 90 has 2 3s and 105 has 3 3s. So 3 squared is a common factor and 3 cubed is a common multiple. For prime number 5, 90 has 1 5, but 54 doesn't have any. So 5 is not a common factor, but 5 is a common multiple. So the GCF is 2 times 3 squared, which is 18. And the LCM is 2 times 3 cubed times 5, which is 270. Now let's see the product of GCF and LCM. There is 2 2s, so we have 2 squared. There are 5 3s, so we have 3 to the power 5. There is only 1 5, so we have 5. we have 2 squared times 3 to the power 5 times 5. This can be expressed as 2 times 3 squared times 5 times 2 times 3 cubed, because 2 can be separated like this, 3 can be separated, and 5 just moves here. If you see 2 times 3 squared times 5, it is 90. If you look at 2 times 3 cubed, it is 54. 90 times 54 is 4,860. GCF 18 times LCM 270 is 4,860 as well. Again, the product of GCF and LCM of two numbers is exactly the same as the product of two numbers. Let's see the last example, 120 and 252. 120 can be changed to 2 cubed times 3 times 5. 252 can be changed to 2 squared times 3 squared times 7. Now let's find the GCF and the LCM. For prime number 2, 120 has 3 2's and 252 has 2 2's. So 2 squared is a common factor and 2 cubed is a common multiple. For prime number 3, 120 has 1 3 and 252 has 2 3's. So 3 is a common factor and 3 squared is a common multiple. For prime number 5, 120 has 1 5, but 252 doesn't have any. So 5 is not a common factor, but a common multiple. Likewise, for prime number 7, 252 has 1 7, but 120 doesn't. So 7 is not a common factor, but a common multiple. So the GCF is 2 squared times 3, which is 12. And the LCM is 2 cubed times 3 squared times 5 times 7, which is 2,520. Now let's see the product of the GCF and the LCM. There are 5 2's, so we have 2 to the power of 5. For prime number 3, 3 is the same as 3 to the power of 1. So there are 3 3's, meaning 3 cubed. There is only 1 5, so we have 5, and there is also only 1 7, so we have 7. Now we have 2 to the power of 5 times 3 cubed times 5 times 7. This can be expressed as 2 cubed times 3 to the power of 1 times 5 times 2 squared times 3 squared times 7. Because 2 spreads like this, 3 can be separated, 5 moves here, and 7 moves here. If you look at 2 cubed times 3 to the power of 1 times 5, it is 120. And if you look at 2 squared times 3 squared times 7, it is 252. 120 times 252 is 30,240. GCF 12 times LCM 2,520 is also 30,240. Again, the product of GCF and LCM of two numbers is exactly the same as the product of two numbers. Let's summarize today's lesson. Surprisingly, the product of GCF and LCM of two numbers is exactly the same as the product of two numbers. Here are some challenge questions. Try them out. Sample solutions are linked under the video. Hope you can solve them. Thank you for watching Inspire Math videos. Please subscribe if you'd like to join our Inspire Math tutoring community. There are some related videos linked below. Thank you and have a good one.